blood buffalo. You're roasting alive doing mail today. What's that all about? You want to stop that sort of thing. Don't roast alive. Make sure you're dead before you roast yourself, because then nice juicy cuts for everyone else. Hi guys, I'm back. Sorry I wasn't here last week. Hello to all subscribers, to all members. Hi Woofbolt, Stylus. Hello to everyone who's in whatever tier. The 13th fleet is a mixed bag of Reaver Company, First Company, Second Company, Nephilim Company, and everyone in the chat, all the members, and we're all a mixed bag, including Mug Club members. Hats off to you as well. We're up to 58 Mug Club members now, so thank you everyone who supports me. And if you'd like to support me, then click that subscribe button, or more importantly, become a member, because I have a dream to set up my own hobby sex dungeon in the attic, like a massive attic hobby conversion space, 2 tables, podcast area at one end, table set up at the other end, the whole attic space. It's going to cost tens of thousands. So get your uncles, your brothers, your cousin sisters, ex-boyfriend to become a channel member, and that's the best way to support me, so I can develop the dosh, do the loft thing. It'll be grand. I hope we get there. We shall see. You've got to have a dream. It's bright outside. Look at the sun and everything. They'll revive us to finish our work, roast and deliver for the Emperor. So you're just going to keep going then. Good. What's the Reaver Company? Doesn't sound familiar for some reason. Reaper Company, sorry. Reaper Company. Reaper Company are... they're like Death Watch, put it that way. First Company specialists who specialize primarily in close combat. I see them as... Yeah, I see it's like a Death Watch thing. That 13th, you don't want to see it on the tabletop very often because it's the 13th deploying for those kill missions. Good evening, Steve GW. I would happily support you all the means. Yes, thank you, Ian McLean. Please support me and tell everyone you know to become a channel member. And if you become a tier 3 channel member, you get an extra battle report every single Winter's Wednesday. The window is ajar because there's sun, it's getting hot. I need the airflow, so you might hear that in the background. It sounds like a SpaceX rocket taking off. That's happening out there. So tell everyone. Tell them the water's warm. It's nice. Reaper Company. You may have said Reaper, but I'm dumb. No, I probably said Reaver. I probably said it the wrong way. But yeah, I'm back. Hi. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I was in Poland for a few days. I found a Warhammer store next to the city where we go. It only opened 3 months ago, so getting my hobby supplies out there is going to be a lot easier. Tell Murphy I said hello. Wah! Beaver, no, not Beaver Company. Though that would be cool, though, wouldn't it? Like the 13th, unleashing an army of beavers on those unkempt rivers to make sure that they're properly dammed. And the water is, yes. You're paying up Blight Lords. You run out of pain. You got to make sure. Look, I had an Element Games drop today. Got another paintbrush, number 3 paintbrush, precision paintbrush, the best number there is. And these are spare paints. So I never run out of beavers, lost in the damned. So I never run out of the critical ones. Whenever I get really low on lead belcher, there's always one in my thing, or Zamizi Desert. Never run out of the critical paints. Because look, I love the look of that. I love the look of empty null oil in the morning. Look, they served their time well. That's what happens when you do it Iron Hands non-stop. You've done lots of Iron Hands. We're getting there. I need to do the video. I am going to do a painting video because someone keeps asking on how I painted my Iron Hands. Spoiler, it's exactly the same way I did the Raven Guard, which is base colors, dry brush, non-oil, highlight. That's it. But I'm going to do it with these 2 models because I know a lot of people will be asking me, hey, where do you also get all the extra bits for the iron hands to make them look so very pretty? So it's going to be half like how I painted it and half to make sure that they're pretty. What would your advice for an easy to what would be your advice for an easy to learn army? My advice for an easy to learn army is to find one, play it. I don't know, chat. What's your advice for easy learn? When's the next Heresy Batrek? I'm dying next Wednesday. So Wednesday, this Wednesday, 2-on-2. We've got a 2-on-2 supermassive throwdown for channel members. That's going to be 4,000 points. Well, everyone brought 2,000 points, but 4,000 aside. And then Sunday, there's another next Wednesday. Yes. Pick a country and bolt action. Easiest armies to learn. I started to play and learn using Warhammer 40k and Tabletop Simulator. There you go. Yeah. Easy to learn army. Yeah. Knights are probably the easiest to learn because you've got the least number of models. Like you could get a couple of knight. What type of knights? I'd probably get paladins with fists, and then get some Armiger Warglaves and some Armiger Helverins. You got 3 different data sheets. Go. Grey Knights are fairly easy to learn as well. So are Death Guards, so are Necrons. The ones that I play the most. The easiest ones. Knights are easy to learn. Yeah, see, Weasel knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, so where was I? Not Death Watch, no. Look, the easiest way to play, the easiest way to learn is to play. So you need to play. Like if you wanted to get better at ping pong, play a lot of ping pong. If you want to get better at 40k and learn 40k, then you've got to play a lot of 40k. So the easiest way to do it is find a friend, nail their feet to a floor opposite a table, and then keep throwing miniatures and scenery at them and things until they stop screaming in agony and start rolling dice and playing with you. You know what I mean? That's how you play. That's how you do it. So, Custodes, definitely not Admech. No, Custodes are relatively easy to learn as well because, again, Custodes and Knights will have the lowest. You want the minimum number of data sheets that you have. And then also when you start to play, one of the advices I always give people is don't worry about any stratagems or enhancements or any of that sort of stuff. When you first start playing 40k, ignore all the extra bits. Just start playing with the data sheets first of all. I think that's a good idea. Core rules, data sheets. Don't worry about your army, faction, your specific. Get that down. Get your basic mechanics down, and then learn some other stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like my jiu-jitsu coaches. You've got jiu-jitsu coaches? Damn. I've done a Sisters of Battle Army and won, but forgot loads of rules. Yes. I've done a towel list and got swamped in data overload. Yes. There's a lot. Yes. So there is a lot. Yeah, start at 1,000 points as well. So what you want to do, Ian, is next time you play, have you got a friend? Are you playing with a friend or are you going to a local club? It's much easier if you have a friend. Suggest the next time play 2 1,000 point games with just data sheets. And do that a couple of times. You get it down. Is this a plane? Like I told you, it's open. The window's open. The sun is here for like a couple of days in the UK. Then we'll go back to torrential rain, chronic depression and alcoholism. But for now, the window's open. Otherwise, I'm going to melt in here. Look, the lighting in here is horrible as well. So we're going to have to put up with that. Another thing we have to put up, geeks and gamers, another thing we have to put up with is there's some sort of football thing occurring at the moment. And some people are very excited about that. It's on TV. It's filling up news feeds. I have no idea what's going on there. I think it's the World Cup or something. I don't know. I used to be an MMA fighter. Point is do the thing, learn the thing. Yeah, jiu-jitsu is much. Yeah, okay. I mean, MMA fighter, man. Respect. It's been a beautiful plain sound. No worries. Thanks. Yeah, so where was I? Support, did that bit. Hobby update. Where am I with that? I'm working on, so I did the 45 breaches for the Immortals, for the Sons of Horus. Then I did 10 more Terminators. So I've got 10 Cataphractii Terminators, 10 Justaeran Terminators. Currently, sat next to me, is this incredibly black-looking rhino. And Forge World doors. That's 20 quid just for some doors, which need to get painted, and then they'll get stuck on the side, and they'll look a bit like that when they're done. They'll be lovely done. And then I've got some more vehicles down there to do for the Iron Hands. That's the current hobby project. Keeping me happy while I'm doing my hobby project is Gaunt's Ghosts Audible, up to number 11 now. Only in Death There's Duty End, the haunted house. Oh my god, in the house. Ah dear. You know, going back through Gaunt's Ghosts, because I've read it a few times now, we're listening to the first time on Audible, Toby Longworth for the King. One of the things I forgot about Gaunt's Ghosts is just how good it gets. Because I know a few people who've started it and don't... It's not great at the beginning. It's good at the beginning. The first couple of books are good. The third book, The Battle for Vervenhive, is outstanding. It's one of the best Hive City War renditions on the page I've ever seen. So the first one's good. The second one's good. The third one's really good. And you're like, okay, maybe he's getting into his stride now. And then season 2, The Saint, is really, really good. And then you get onto season 3, which is Geryon. It's so good. It gets so good. It's like the graph just keeps going like that. I mean, we can forgive Dan Abnett for the first book from Gaunt's Ghost not being out of the park, because the first book, Gaunt's Ghost first book, first and only, was the first and only book published by Black Library. Did you know that? It was the first one they ever published. The original short stories featuring the Gaunt Ghosts, which make up book 2, and some of more they were appeared in Bolter and Chainsword beforehand, and they were so successful they said, hey, let's start our own publishing company, call it Black Library, because, you know, the Black Library, and let's get Dan Abnett to write the first and only book. And he called it First and Only, about Gaunt's Ghosts. First and Only, what a legend. And honestly, Black Library is probably the best business decision Games Workshop ever made, because then the books led to the Horus Heresy, led to a whole new game system, so much depth, so much you can lose yourself in it. Yes, where are we? I love the Doors, also the band. Thanks, Wolfheart. Still not started it yet. I always feel like I've got something else to read that gets in the way. Do the whole of the Horus Heresy first. It's not a race. The fact that you haven't started it yet, I'm slightly envious of, that you can sit down and... Yeah, I'm doing well, Just Craig. Thank you. Gaunt's Ghost are great books. Currently leading Mint Collects book. Okay. I may have bought another mug. Thanks, Hobo. Thanks for joining the mug, or adding up to the mug club. Thank you. So anyway, we're locked in. We're ready to go. I have a coffee. I even put half a sugar in there. Not too much though, otherwise. I've got some water, some fresh water ready for the backup. And tonight, I wanted to ask you some questions. Yes, strap yourselves in. We're going to ask you some questions. Find out, basically, how useful the 13th Fleet are. You collect mugs. Nice. 3 books away from finishing the Heresy. Already done the Siege. Nice. Yeah, do the Heresy. I mean, it's not a race. Like I said on one of the live streams once, the planes, honestly. 3 years, 4 years on Audible to get you all the way through the Horus Heresy. I mean, what else are you going to do with your hobby time? Sit there, listen, paint. Brilliant. Where did you get the pebbles that you put around ruins and rocks on the battlefield? Good question. Some of them come from the beach. Some of them come from my neighbour's driveway from the old house. Some of them some of them were gravel aquarium stones from a pet store. And some of them were gravel things that you put inside. You know, like in IKEA, you go to IKEA and you see those fake plastic plants in glass bowls, and the glass bowls have got rocks inside. Some of them come from IKEA. Basically, lots of different places. Connor McLeod from the Clan McLeod, lots of different places they come from. But you want as authentic as possible, and aquarium gravel or yes, places. Does that help? Strapped on, I am. Does this? No, Wolfheart, you're strapped in. It's good. 4-Point Glory, Scratch Sabbath Crusades. Yes, 4-Point Glory, Scratch Sabbath Crusades. Yeah. Okay. MASH does sounds pretty funny. Right. Yes. So we're locked in. Are we locked in, chat? Yeah. So aquarium gravel is probably the best thing, or from a beach or something like that. Are we locked? Are we ready? Are we ready to answer some questions? I've got some 40k questions lined up in front of me. I've got some other questions which are very important lined up in front of me. And we're going to test your knowledge this evening. Are we locked in? Are we ready to go? Have you got drinks? Have you got maybe a sandwich, to keep the calories up, to keep you going? A cookie or two. Cocked, locked, and ready to have a biscuit. Nice. Marius is locked in. We've got one person locked in. Farsia Reed is locked in. Inchin is locked in and scared. Don't be scared. Okay, don't be scared. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. This is no grots will be harmed in the making of this live stream. You do miss the days of Max being more varied with hills, trees, rivers, and so on. All ruins all the time is just those L-shaped ruins all the time. They look boring, right? And that's why I like to put in different things. I'm doing my part. Nice, damned Legion 40k. Nice, I'm doing my part. Let's F exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark go. Not hammered, but they might disappear. Okay, so we're locked in. We're going to ask you that we start off small. Okay, we're going to start off small. So if you're ready, I need your answers to this question. It's a small question. This start off small, just a teaser, just a taster. What's the best meat? If there's any vegans in the chat, they can leave. We're talking meat here. Best meat. Yes, is the answer in McLean. Lamb? Just lamb? Lamb. 2 votes for lamb. When I think of best meat, the best meat I could put in my mouth, lamb doesn't even appear on my radar there. Brisket, venison, ribeye, beef, smoked brisket. Now you're talking. Center cut thick of bacon, beef ribeye steak. Probably beef. You want specific, I'll go reef eye steak. Marius says a good burger. In and of itself, steak. You had the right seasonings, barbecue pork. Oh. Chicken for pure adaptability. Chicken for best meat. Spam, monkey. It's not spam, it's not the best meat. Pizza boy, cow. Give it to me raw and wriggling. Seed, member for 7 months, medium rare sirloin steak. There's a man of class right there. Thank you for your 7 months. Me, Ian, and Sven defending lamb. I mean, lamb with a bit of mint sauce and a Yorkshire putty nearby. Beef is fantastic. But love buffalo. All in front of America is saying a true southern rack of barbecue ribs should take at least 8 hours smoke. Probably. Wow. Food is fuel. Shut up, monkey. Chicken breast, pork chops. Don't think there's a wrong answer to this. Do I really need to repeat brisket? No, I said. You're like, tip the cap to brisket. In all honesty, anything full on carnivore. We'll chow down on anything, but taste and health grows through. Even winters doesn't help if I just have a chipper. Battered fish, bacon. See, that's the thing, because you're the first person to mention fish, because fish is meat, right? Fish is meat. There are some good meats there. I'm thinking the brisket is a nice idea. Spam is definitely not a good answer. A nice medium sirloin steak, good answer. Bacon, though. Beer can. You can't say beer can. Beer and can without sounding like a Jamaican saying bacon. Beer can. Fish is meat, but low down. It is below the 4-legged options. Squig. Squigs their hides are like concrete. How do you get squig? I think the reason why squigs are running around all over the place next to orcs is because even orcs can't eat a squig. They're just they're that rough. Veal. What are we asking, Eternal Crusader? We're asking, what meat do you want to put in your face? Bacon is a valid answer, as everything tastes better with bacon. Everything tastes better with bacon. I'm not sure what the correct answer. I'm not sure there is even a correct answer. I was just tickling you. I was just tickling you, seeing where we were on the meat scale. And there are good smoked pointy ears. Dak Jar's won it. Smoked pointy. I'll eat smoked pointy ears any time of the day. Smoked pointy ears with some chili flakes on a bed of rice. Lovely. Bacon and peanut butter is a slept-on combo. Bacon and peanut butter together. Peanut butter that goes on toast. You're going to put it on meat. A really well done barbecue chicken. Chapter Master Varric is in the chat. Hi, Chapter Master Varric. Thanks for joining us. Does my girlfriend's meat count? Your girlfriend's, if that's the nicest thing that you'd like to put in your face, yes, it definitely does count. All meats are on the table. Meat is back on the menu, boys. So if that's your favourite meat, then that's your favourite meat. Having met you, Chapter Master Varric, I mean, you're a chonky lad. And seeing you eat on the opposite side of the food trough, face down, tail up, I know you'll eat anything. That's what most northerners sound like when they eat. Steak, medium rare, butter toasted with a side of butter basted peas. Peas? Medium rare, butter based. It's true. Chapter 1, yeah. See, he knows. He knows. Yeah. So, I was just, yes. Spam is the 2K version of corpse starch. Yeah, man. Corpse starch is basically spam. 40k spam equals corpse starch. With, I wonder how much corpse actually goes into spam. See, the thing about corpse starch is it's got real people in it. Ground down, stuffed together with some preservatives and a couple of other things, stuck in a can. It'll last about 1,000 years, done. I wonder how many people go into a can of spam. Yeah. Less of the Northern Bastion, you Southern Fairy. Nice. Oh dear. 3-to-1 ratio corpse to pork. Yeah. Technically, all meat is a corpse. See, this is the level of intelligence we expect in the chat. You see, Marius has just raised the IQ of the whole room there. All meat is a corpse. He's correct. And on that bombshell, Cabal meat is mysterious. Never seen meat to be reheated and consumed so many times. Kebab meat. Oh, kebab meat. I read Cabal meat. Don't know why. I do like a nice kebab meat, though. I mean, if you've got kebab, is it garlic mayo? It's got to be garlic mayo, isn't it? Frying steak is underrated. It is underrated because it's a frying steak. It's the cheap bit, isn't it? It's not the best bit. It's a fry. Yeah. Allegedly, human meat tastes like chicken. So you could say corpse starch tastes like ground. I think everything tastes like chicken because the computers forgot what everything tastes like. Scotland, the true north. The true north. The north beyond the wall. Mint sauce and hot sauce. Only outside of kebab is good. Air frying, I said. Air frying, not frying. We got an air fryer only recently. It's magical, that thing. It's a magical place. You put anything in the air fryer and you come back and it just cooks it using heat. And there's no, there's no oils, there's no anything. I don't know, understand how air fryers work. It just hot and then and you can do meats and you can do rices and you can do potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. You can do all sorts of things. Hello? Someone knock. Hello? Did anyone else hear that chat? Was that just the voices in my head? An average human's meat totals just over 32,000 calories. Figure 500 calories per can. You can have 64 cans of corpse starch per person. Math. It's fun and educational. I'll agree on the educational part. Back in an hour or so if you're still on, Chief. Good luck. Winter's sexy legs. I've got the... Look. Can you see this thing? See that there? Yeah. That scar. Do you see the scar? The scar? That scar. You know, pain fades, but scars last forever. Farsi Reed, thank you for 16 months. What a man. That scar, when I was 8 years old, I got bitten by a dog. It's got a big chunk out of my leg. And I got some stitches on there. That was rather painful. But yeah, I'm quite proud of that scar. It's my favourite scar. Of all my scars, that's my favourite scar. Ah, dear. If your missus comes in right now, she'll have questions. She always has questions. Chicks do dig scars. Glory lasts forever. Exactly. Ah, dear. This is why we like cats better than dogs. There's lots of reasons why cats are better than dogs, isn't there? Let's face it. And one of them is they don't take chunks out of your legs unless they're really big cats. Only fans. Are you afraid of dogs? No. Not really. I'm not afraid of anything. I used to be quite scared of spiders when I was younger. I had a tarantula run up my back once. That was very scary. That freaked me out, and that stayed with me for a number of years. I was walking through a jungle, and then between these two trees went straight through this web, and I could feel the web all over me, but it was a big web. And then the people behind me screaming like, no, it's climbing up your back, it's climbing up your... And I went running off down the trail. It's climbing up my back, because I'm like about 8 again. Through another web and through another web. We were in Web Central. There were so many webs in the jungle. Right, there were more webs than jungle. By the time I'd ran through my 100th web, I was like coated in web. And the spider, I could feel it up my neck, and I threw the backpack off, threw my shirt off, like, ah. And then some people came up to me and they were beating me with sticks because a couple of, it was very scary at the time. And yeah, that stuck with me for a while. Oh dear. Where are we? Any dog under 50 pounds is a cat, and cars are useless. Ron Swanson. Do you mean any dog under 50 pounds is a cat and cats are useless? Yeah. I do that. Yeah. Right. Okay. Are we okay? We're okay. We're strapped in. We've done one question so far. I wish the planes would stop doing plane things. Can you hear the planes, by the way, going by? RAF Fairford's not too far up the road, and I think they're all landing right now at 7 o'clock in the evening. They've all decided to come back from wherever they're playing this evening in the sky. Can you hear the planes? Is it just me? The big web spinners are great. Every time when I kill a fly or something, I throw it into the web to feed them. Nice. It's not loud. You're good. Just a little bit. Okay, so we're good. Right, we've answered one question. A distant dive bomber. Nice. Plane bot. This the plane. The plane. We've answered one question this evening about meat. Thank you for playing. So I'm gonna ask another question. This is a 40k related question because I'm curious to know. Because I'm thinking about making a video like the top 3 models Games Workshop should make now to make lots of money, and I've got some ideas on that, and I am going to make it because I want to talk about it, and I like and so if it's shouting at the void. I mean, my voice, they don't hear my voice, they don't care. But if enough people shout, all of a sudden you've got maybe they listen, maybe. Yeah, video. So, it's not about cheese. It's a 40k related question. Is there a miniature Games Workshop should make that you really want, need, would buy? Like, what miniature do you really, really want to buy for your collect? Do you collect orcs and there's a miniature that's missing? I mean, if you collect world eaters, there's the whole range is missing because you're missing a bunch of things that you want, like, I don't know, cavalry or any kind of vehicle other than a Land Raider. But no, when you think about your collection, is there a miniature that isn't being made that you really want? Is there what should they make? Votan gyrocopter is a good idea. Land Raider looking a bit small these days. No, do not refresh the Land Raider. It's a beautiful thing. Falcon Hestan needs a new model. I think all the Finecast ones are going to be going to plastic over time. An assassin equivalent for Chaos Inshin. Now you're talking. Chaos Assassin equivalents. They must have something they can call on. Maybe it's just demons and things, though. A proper Hellbrute model. Current one is small and ugly. I know, and it's monopose, right? A Chaos Hellbrute, which isn't just that one, but a Chaos Hellbrute new model with a couple of different options on them. Rhinos need a scale model update. No! Don't touch the old school stuff. The Land Raiders and the Rhinos, they're lovely. First Claw, give me Talos. Them demons. Wolf Guard with jump packs for Space Wolf, says Monkey. Oh, wait, we did, but they took them away. Vect to bring income to Drakari. Necron update, Low Cost Destroyer, Salamanders, Chapter Master Tushane. Chapter Master Tushan is dead, but they could bring him back. Died in the 5th sphere of expansion at the Muglith Bay. But I'm all for Games Workshop releasing models. I mean, they should kill Marnes Calgar. He should have died in the, the other one. The gap in the thing. They can kill characters and still have them in the codex. Only answer is more Death Guard. It's been weeks since I saw the last another Primaris Lieutenant. I mean, Harlequins would be nice. The Lord of Flies, combat rubrics on discs. Okay, so there's a couple of really good Chaos answers here. Hi to Daily Dice. Combat rubrics on discs are a good idea. Rubric Marines, I like that idea. I do like the idea of a new Hellbrute. That would be amazing. Plastic Kyphus Kane. Jurgen and Amberley Vale would be great. Oh, they did Gaunt's Ghost. That would really be cool. Imagine you get Kyphus Kane with Jurgen. They would sell like hotcakes. Maris Gage, member for 14 months. Thank you for your 14 months. Abaddon should have been killed at Vigilus. Calgar was robbed. No, it should have been the other way around. Abaddon stabbed Calgar through both of his hearts, but he got better. It was only a flesh wound. 'Tis but a scratch. Apparently he's got a third heart somewhere. Khorne Berserkers on Juggernaut. See, that's what I'm talking about. Tushan died, you sure? Yeah, in the Battle for Muglith Bay. 5th sphere of expansion, or 4th. It was the 4th sphere of expansion. In the, I forget where it was. Which book, which thing was it in? It was an expansion thing. It was either the Dark Omens one or the one before the Dark Omens one. And Shadow Sun killed him. He killed a bunch of stuff. Assassins were sent for Shadow Sun. Shadow Sun killed the assassin and then killed the and Chapter Master died. Tushan. No! Tell a lie. I'm getting my chapters mixed up. It was the Chapter Master of the Raven Guard that died. He died. A dead Chapter Master happened in the Battle of Muglith Bay, which is the culmination of the 4th sphere of expansion for the Tau. Was it Raven Guard? Raven Guard or Salamanders? It was definitely the Raven Guard Chapter Master. Forget his name. Because the other guy that they got the model of, he's a captain as well, right? You know, Emo Kid? Him. Kroot things. We've had Kroot things. Plastic Krieg Artillery. Good idea. Nikoto Sharokin. What? Nikota Sharokin. Yeah, he's the fella who died. So there's loads of rumors going around about the plastic Warhound Titan, right? Plastic Warhound Titan. Plastic Thunderhawk. These things need to come out. They would sell lots and lots of them. Chapter Master Tushan, yes. Raven Guard asked Kayan Strike to be the next Chapter Master. I think he said no, as I remember. Yes, so it was the Raven Guard Chapter Master who died, and Kayan Strike said no. He's jumping around doing his own things. Yes. Severax is who died. Yeah, it was a Chapter Master. Okay, good. Yes, it was definitely a Raven Guard, and his name was either someone Sharukin, which I hope it wasn't, and Severax. Severax seems to ring more bells. Would you run Fulgrim Transfigured? I don't have that itch to. So not right now is the answer. Adding to, but I'll probably get there. I'll almost certainly probably get there. The interesting thing about Fulgrim Transfigured is he's actually worse than Fulgrim. Because like Fulgrim, the Primarch, you can bury him in like some Palatine Blades or something like that. Unit 10 Terminators, But Fulgrim Transfigured is a monster running around on his own. So you can shoot him with lance cannons. And kill him really easily. Well, not really easy. It's tough to kill, but it's easier to kill one guy on his own than it is to kill one guy buried in 10 Cataphractii Terminators. New Garrow. Was the Thunderhawk the first Forge World model? It was. So what it was they made some Thunderhawks to take to a German expo back in 1990, I think it was. And they made like, and they told people they were going there, and they made like 100 of them, took them to the German Expo, these things just to show off what they could do. A lovely Thunderhawk in resin. They sold out, and so many people were asking about the Thunderhawk. Like, so many people went to the Expo on purpose to buy Thunderhawk, couldn't get Thunderhawk. Thunderhawk sold out. So they actually started selling like IOU one Thunderhawk. They actually said, okay, there's loads of people here that want Thunderhawks. We've still got the sculpts, we've still got the casts, we've still got everything. So if you give us loads of money, we'll go away and make Thunderhawks. And they sold something like 500 more Thunderhawks. They sold all the Thunderhawks, and they sold like 500 IOU Thunderhawks at that thing because so many people turned up. And then they went back, they made the 500 Thunderhawks. And then it was on the internet everywhere. It's like, we need Thunderhawk. So then the Thunderhawk model went. And then from that, people were saying, well, what about Warhound? And then at the next one, there was the Warhound. And boom. And then that's how Forge World started. It was an idea from Alan Bly at the time. Like, hey, we can actually make this. We have the technology to make it. Let's go and see if some people want to buy it. Turned out lots of people wanted to buy it, and they didn't have enough to sell. And then when they moved on to the next thing, lots of people wanted to buy that, didn't have enough to sell. And then Forge World was born. Re-released Cardboard Dread. I'd buy that. A proper Death Guard Demon Prince, maybe. We've got this fella. And you can put like different marks on his shoulder pads and things to make him, the shoulder pads, the symbols to make him Nurgle. But look at him. He doesn't need a diet or anything. His intestines are all in the right place if he has intestines. He has all of his fingernails. Not very smelly. The generic Demon Princes work well for Tzeentch, Slaanesh, Khorne, but they didn't really work well for Nurgle. So a proper Nurgle Demon Prince would be good. All hail Hallenby, R.I.P. What a legend. Genius. Still have my old Orc Cardboard Dread. Wow. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. If you have any of your old Cardboard Dread things or any old Rogue Trader stuff, wrap them up in bubble wrap and put them in a corner of your attic somewhere. They're going to be worth a fortune. I'd like more Forge World Armor compendiums describing in detail 40k campaigns with troop numbers, movements, and commanded details. Weren't the old Imperial Armor books so good? Where is the... See... I don't have it there. It's next door. The new... What are they? The expansion books that they do and the Crusade books that they do. The new Crusade books, the 10th edition Crusade books, 9th edition Crusade books are terrible, but the 10th edition Crusade books are a lot better. They're getting better, but the old ones were much, much better. Blood Buffalo, thank you for your donation, you legend. Thank you. Imperial Guard Battle Train, like the Plague War book Godblight. Make it 40k points or something, but that big model. You want the model that you think they should do is an Imperial Guard Battle Train. I mean, it would look amazing. A battle train. Yes. A bit like the Juggernaut in Battlefield 1 or something. It would look amazing. But it's... Yes. I can't deny it. Would an Imperial Guard battle train would look amazing. What's the one after His Last Command, Gaunt's Ghost Books? They've got like a Leviathan, Imperial Guard Leviathan battalion, and they strap 4 of them together for the command bastion moving across the desert. And one of them is the size of a small town. They've got 4 of these things just trundling along. It's amazing. I'd love to see updated Mordian Guard. I think, you see, they do Catachans, they do Death Guard Death Corps in plastic, and they do Cadians in plastic. You'd think with what happened to Cadia, they'd not do Cadians in plastic anymore and just do Death Corps and Catachans, and then lean into Mordian Iron Guard and Voistron Firstborn and things like that in plastic, right? Marius Gage, thank you for the donation, legend. Lieutenant Titus will sell loads when he comes out properly, especially if it's when Space Marine 2 launches. Yeah, Lieutenant Titus, they should launch September the 9th, Space Marine 2. Is that a Saturday or something? No, that's a Monday. September the 9th, Space Marine 2 is here, finally. So I don't know if I'll be here on September the 10th on the Tuesday, because I'll probably be playing Space Marine 2. But they are releasing Lieutenant Titus in plastic. He's going to sell a lot. Have you seen the Weta Workshop one of him for like £80,000 or something? It's amazing. Simply Warhammer, thank you for gifting a membership, you legend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Can we get some GGs in the chat, by the way, for Blood Buffalo, for Marius Gay, for Simply Warhammer, for all these lovely donations and the gifted memberships and things. GGs in the chats all round, guys. It's thank you. Thank you for your support. GGs. Nice. Catachans. Their troop sprue is easily 25 years old. Yeah, so move on. They should do, you know, like they love legending stuff. Just with the guard stuff, let's have some new sprues of some new legions, you know? GGs, GGs. I want some new Ravenwing bikes. They would be good. Wear the Ravenwing skimmers. Wear a Ravenwing anti-grav bikes. If any legion out there, chapter out there, has kept hold of some Sky Hunter jet bikes or Proteus pattern land storms or Javelin pattern land speeders or speeders of that variance up until 40k, it's going to be the Ravenwing first legion. They'll have all the toys. And they weren't really in the Horus Heresy, were they, the Dark Angels? They were just sort of hanging around the edges, waiting to see who would win, being very Dark Angel-y. Except for Corswain, he was a G, he was down on Terra, but everyone else tactically repositioned during that conflict. So you'd think they'd have enough skimmers and bikers left, and the White Scars. You'd think they'd have enough, you know, epic scale Primarchs. Apparently we're getting all the Primarchs in plastic eventually. That's the new... Make a new kill team that features a remade Catachan unit against some Death World critters, which are led by Dark Elder Beast. Yes, that would work. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, they're definitely doing the kill team thing for like Night Lords and for this thing and for that thing. Kill team is... Releasing kill teams seems to be something that they're trying these days and something that seems to be working. Wargame Atlantic. Make a great Catachan proxy armor called NAM. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, Blood Buffalo. Guys, anyone in the chat, anyone listening to this afterwards in the VOD squad, first up, hi, how are you? You're legends, thank you. And you're building Catachans, check out Wargame Atlantic for some proxy Catachans called NAM. You don't know, man. You weren't there. You weren't in the NAM. You'd like some more chapter unique units or custom kits, like Drakeskin Salamanders or Hoverbike Raven Guard. So would I. Yes. They don't even have that in Heresy. Well, they do, but they're all in... you can't get half of them because half of the Horus Heresy range is not available at any day of the week because they can't keep up. That's why they're building another factory. The other half of the Heresy range is in resin. And there isn't... It's just impossible. You need a 3D printer if you want to do Heresy, or know someone with a 3D printer. Evening, Dewey. Space Nam. 72 watching, only 24 likes. Pump up those rookie numbers, lads. Thanks, Marius. What did I miss? I was getting unloaded at Home Depot. Craven Murka is in the chat. Sadly, got to head out. Bye, Thomas Willoughby. Thanks there. Craven, hello. You'd love another character for my beloved Black Templars. You've had a few releases for your Black Templars recently. Black Templars are doing pretty well on the releases right there. You should bring back the Leviathan Dorado or 40k updated Nakada. Leviathans, they're legended. They're legended. They're gone. They're gone. Yeah. But there's some good suggestions there, people. There's some good suggestions. Good suggestions of miniatures that you want to see. See, this is why they need to build that new factory. They've got so many supply issues right now. There's so many things there are people here saying, oh, we want this and we want this and we want this. And then their intention is to move away from resin and get everything in plastic and da-da-da-da. You know, they need to build this new factory, sort out some of their supply issues because the demand is real. I'd love a new terrain range. See, the old terrain range, that was all made in China, shipped over here, marked up a lot, sold out. Like they did the old buildings, they did the old bastions, they did do that again. A bunch of terrain. They should sell terrain. Get away from all these L-shaped Christmas card looking ruin building battlefields which just spoil, ruin, destroy 40k. You know who you are. Stop it. Yeah, and let's have some proper terrain, some ruins and gothic stuff and things, which is why I highly recommend going to gamemat.eu or urbanmats.com or marchofwar.co.uk and checking out all of their things. I'm not sponsored. Other things apply, but those guys are good. Chaos Knight idea. Make it a worm due to corruption in the warp. Nice. Armor Panthera. Welcome to the 13th at tier 3, my friend. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Tomorrow, because now you're a tier 3 channel member, you get to see an awesome 2-on-2 40k battle report, because it's an extra battle report every single Winter's Wednesday for tier 3 channel members. And you, my friend, are a tier 3 channel member. Congratulations. Well done. GG's in the chat. Dark Elder terrain. See, that's the thing. Like, Rivers, Bidges, Legion of the Damned, Dark Elder terrain. If they're in a proper terrain range, proper sets of ruins and things for 40k Imperium, they could have some proper trees and hills, and then a couple of different things for Eldar, Dark Eldar, a couple of different things for Orcs, Get all that stuff made in China on that cheaper, thicker, hard plastic stuff that they used to make the old Bastion and the old fortresses out. Get all that done, put it in, job done. That's got a long shelf life, that stuff. They should definitely do more terrain. I'm doing my part. Diego Macedio. Hey Winters, love the battle reports. Watch them before going to bed every night. Hope the channel continues to grow. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the battle reports. I hope the channel continues to grow as well. It would be lovely if it did. Because I'd like the channel to continue to grow. I'd like to get as many members as possible. Because I want to turn my attic into the ultimate hobby dungeon. I want to get 2 tables. The room next door, I can only fit 1 table in. I want to get 2 tables in so I can do some fights on some 12x6s and things like that. So to get there, the channel needs to continue to grow. Hopefully there'll be a nice bump when Space Marine 2 comes along. I'm hoping. Lore question. Can you explain why Cyberthurgy and Automata are banned in 40k? I can't find much lore on this. Jink, I'll get to you. The topic tonight is asking you some questions, but I keep getting... Right, so... Yes, so to answer the question about Cyberthurgy and Automata, In the cyberthurgic, so those creatures have got brains inside them, no AI. They're not robots. Castellan robots in 40k, they are robots. There's no wetware in there. They're all hardware in there with data wafers, and they follow the pre-programmed behavior on the data wafers. They took the brain out of the machine. In 30k, there were still brains and spinal columns and things widged inside the machines of Thalax, of Castellax. So there are some still around now in 40k, very rare, but they were frowned on back then. The practice was frowned on for a couple of reasons. One, there's something called the Paragon of Metal. It was a very hard process to perfect, to make the proper, very hard process to effect. It had a high mortality rate. And all the minds, most of the cyberthurgic Forge Lords turned to chaos during the heresy, because they're the guys doing the unspeakable things by sticking brains in machines and just using it like a bit of hardware, this bit of wetware. They were frowned on back then a bit. It had a high failure rate, and a lot of them fell to chaos. And also, if you're a screaming skull with a spinal column inside this walking thing, and you're in pain all the time, by the way, because Thalax, their shock troops, they were in pain all the time, suppressed with chemical stimulators, things like that. You're very susceptible to demon corruption as well. You're very susceptible to a little demon coming along and eating your soul. I'm in pain, please. I will take your soul. Give me your soul, and I make the pain. So almost all of them fell to chaos. Almost all cyberthurgic constructs became walking, talking chaos monstrosities, and it was pretty much banned and stopped at the end of the heresy. You can't do that anymore. There's still some people out there doing some of the bits because it's 40k on an asteroid over here, or Belisarius Core tinkering with a bit over there. But cyberthurgy was pretty much a no-no at the time, and it went really badly for everyone involved during the heresy, so they stopped it. Does that make sense? I like the Tau Airfoil play on tabletop. Yeah, that was a good one. So we're asking questions tonight, Jink. What is the topic tonight? We're asking questions. We've asked some important questions so far. Now we're going to ask probably the most important question of tonight's live stream, because it's getting warmer out there, unless you come from the land down under, in which case it's getting colder out there, and no one really knows if that place exists or not. But if you're in the normal part of the world, it's getting warmer, and we're all interested. What is the best summer drink? You've got a barbecue, you're on the beach, or you're kicking it on your patio, reading a Black Library novel. What is the best summer drink? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm asking for a friend. And now I am partial to just a nice, straight, tall gin and tonic with lots of ice and a twist of lemon. I do like that. But what is the best? Rum and Coke? No. Water? No. Blood for the Blood God? Yes. Orange and lemon Fanta mixed together. Simply Warhammer. See? Why? Why do you have to descend? You don't get two flavors of Fanta and mix them together. Otherwise, the people in the Fanta factory, they'd be mixing them together on purpose. They know that mixing, you don't cross the streams. If you put them together, it makes this unholy concoction that only 3-year-old children like. It's a terrible answer, Simply Warhammer. Shame on you. Go and stand in the corner of the room, count to 20 before you come back in. Fruity cider, nice. Tennessee Twist, no idea what that is. Mojito. White wine. Thank you. I hope there is still room in the Lord to bring back the automata. Modern setting. My cousin is hoping that Mechanicus 2 will revise war. There is no reason why it couldn't come back over time with Belisarius Call, or they could just say, hey, all of a sudden it's back because we want to. Steak juices from the air fried steak. It should be warm already, but G&T is. That's why I said G&T. Tea with hobnobs. Shaken udder milkshake. Best drink. Shaken udder milkshake. No. tea with hobnobs is not a good summer drink either. And I love tea and I love hobnobs, but we're talking about summer drinks here. Summer drinks here. What about my Americans in the chat? There must be a few Americans in the chat who've got some crazy ideas about some summery drinks out there. Mind you, I've tasted some of your alcohol and it is... Ah, dear. It reminds me of that... It reminds me of that Monty Python joke. You know the joke. What has making love in a canoe and American beer got in common? They're both fucking close to water. Pina colada, iced tea with the nice, well done, Craven. A nice iced tea that works instead of tea and hobnobs with the ice cubes and the mint and things. Did we say beer already? I think we said beer about 6 times. Yeah, Kopparberg was my go-to when I drink Kopparberg. Yeah, that's the fruity cider, right, with the twists and thing. That's quite nice. Arnold Palmer iced tea with lemonade. Ooh. Not tea. No, it's summer drinks. I mean, tea all the time. It's just summer drink, garden, patio, barbecue, beach weather, that sort of thing. Bye, Simon. My parents are a big fan of gin and tonics. When you get old, you'll be a big fan of gin and tonic as well. What is YouTube trying to do over there? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Are we still here? Arnold Palmer is the best thing ever. That's come up twice now. I have to say, I don't know what Arnold Palmer is, but I'm writing it down. Arnold Palmer. Because I want to find out once I'm off the stream what the hell that is. Iced tea with lemonade. Because that sounds good. Lemonade. Lemonada. Can it be an ice cold Kopparberg, strawberry and lime iceberg? Yeah. When I won the 2021 No Retreat Legend of Legends tournament, beating off other legends, I beat them hard. I beat them off good. Including some proper ITC, WTC, GCSE pros. Beat them hard, beat them good. It was Kopparberg all the way. I was very, very drunk through most of the event. The trick is when you wake up in the morning to keep going. And yeah, basically lived off Kopparberg, lime and strawberry flavours. Because you also got your fruit, you know, you got to eat 5 fruit and veg a day. So if you drink cider, that's apple, that's 1. And then the lime and juice and thing infusion, that's 2. So that cider, that's 2 of them a day, you know. They were hard, but I beat them off, yeah. Old school, Coke float. A Coke float! Oh, Coke float. Who was I talking to the other day? Like Alex SEO or someone like that? Like an old friend who's like old. And didn't even know what a Coke float was. I remember the first time when I was young, had a Coke float. Oh, it's like a unicorn shit in my mouth. It was that tasty. Ah, dear. A nice glass of Nuln oil. Chin chin. A nice glass of Nuln oil. What is there? Yeah, the tears of my enemy. Smirnoff Ice goes down like pop. Iron Brew Float, son. It's Iron Brew Float. God damn it. Iron Brew Float. See, I've got a day off tomorrow. And if the weather's like this, I'm going to try some of these out while listening to my Gaunt's Ghosts in the garden. Contemplate moving, but not moving for hours. Maybe nibble on a hobnob or 2. Root beer float. Root beer float is good. I introduced Salt and Place to root beer. He'd never had root beer until he met me. I was like, try this. And he's like, that's gorgeous. I was like, I know. Some people don't like root beer. But then, you know, some people don't like hope and love and the smell of fresh cut grass and must be thrown off the closest cliff. It's just a fact. But yeah, he loves the root beer since I introduced him to it. Iron Brew and ice cream, are you for real? Iron Brew and ice cream. Yeah, man. Ghost 84. Hello from the USA. Thanks for all the great content, brother. Love it all. Heart fire, heart fire, heart fire, heart fire. I love you too, Ghost. Thanks for dropping in. Love you in those Call of Duty campaigns as well. I mean, Ghost or Price, prefer. I mean, Ghost is so cool. So thanks for being in all of them. You're a great shot. If we're saying alcohol, you loved hard root beer. Is hard root beer alcoholic? Is it actually supposed to be alcoholic root beer? A can of water, Ferris Manus Pez dispenser miniature. Oh dear. You're having a brew and a biscuit at Malaga Airport watching me. That's a classy man right there. He's in Malaga Airport. Brew in one hand, biscuit in the other hand. Phone propped up on his balls right there. Watching a Winter's SEO live stream. You're winning at life there, my friend. Well done. Dear. Arnold Palmer needs to be sugared to death and sunbaked if you make... Is it an American thing? Is Arnold Palmer an American thing and that's why I've never heard of it? Because it's come up a few times and I want to try it, and if it's like an America Land thing and you can't get it on this side of the pond, I'm going to be... I might actually get a little bit upset if I can't try it. It's a big thing in the US. Can you get it in the UK, guys? This Arnold Palmer. Have I been teased all this time? Have you warmed me up? I've written it down on my list and everything. And then I won't be able to get it. Like, I mean, it's like shotguns all over again. Do you want to buy an Uzi? Yes, I do. But you can't get them because you're in the UK. Do you want to fly in a helicopter with an RPG and shoot some wild hogs running over the Texan plains? Yes, I do. Sounds like a fun Tuesday, but you can't because you can't get any RPGs because you live in Swindon. Do we sell Iron Brew? Yeah, you do. Iron Brew you can get in the UK. I know it's a Scottish thing, but it's lovely here. Arnold Palmer is an American, but it's just black tea, iced and sugared lemonade. On the West Coast, we don't F with sweet tea since there's sugar already in the lemonade. Goddamn Americans warming me up with all this thing, and now all of a sudden, I can't get it. I'm just tossing the Arnold Palmer away. You're getting tossed, my friend. Damn it. Blood Buffalo, thank you for your 4 months membership. You're absolute legend. Iced tea mixed with lemonade can make your own Palmer. Okay. It's iced tea with lemonade. Okay. Just top some Lipton packs in a gallon jug. Set it in the sun with your sugar ready store-bought lemonade. Yes. So I think we've all agreed that some kind of iced tea is probably the best summery drink with some lemonade in it. Iced tea with lemonade. I don't think I've ever had iced tea with lemonade, but I am going to try it out. Beer, GT, or strawberry daiquiri. Yeah. Iron Brew tastes better in Scotland. It's like people say Guinness tastes better in Ireland. Iron Brew tastes better in Scotland. And disappointment tastes better in Swindon. These are just facts that you're spitting. Yeah. I've never been to Ireland and never been to Scotland. And it's just round the corner. I should really go just to try the Guinness and the Iron Brew. But the problem is, you see, Ireland, it rains all the time. And I'm already in a country where it rains all the time. Do I want more rain on top of my rain? No. And Scotland, well, I'm English and they hate the English. And I don't want, you don't want that kind of hate in your life. What you want is, you want more love in your life. So I could go up there and pretend I'm an American and do an American accent and say, I'm walking here. I'm Christopher walking here. Can I have a coffee? I'll get away with it, put on my American accent. Maybe they'd like me then. But, yeah. You got a fine in Swindon? You went down a bus lane? Inchin. Don't go down the bus lane in Swindon's. Come to Scotland and I'll buy you some Buckfast. I don't know what that is. I got a parking ticket the other day. A couple of weeks ago. I went round Sultan Play's house to play a game, and he lives on this estate, and it's on the edge of town, and there's no double yellow lines anywhere, and it's like this. It's a housing estate. It's houses on an estate, and who tickets people on a housing estate? I've never heard of it. And I came out and there was a ticket on my car. And I'm like, where the hell are the signs to tell you that I was parked quite responsibly next to the curb. I wasn't blocking anyone off. I was away from a T-junction. There's houses over here. There's houses over there. There's a street round here. There's some parking up here. And I pulled over behind another car, which was parked a thing, got a ticket. And it turns out, like right at the end of the street on the corner round the left, slightly buried so you could barely see it, was a tiny sign which you had to put on magnifying glasses to read, saying, hey, this place is patrolled and you might get a ticket. And I pulled up at like 6:30 at night, and then I came out of Sultan's like 9:30 at night, let's say. That means there was a ticket guy floating around that estate after tea time. Bummer. We don't hate English in Scotland. I thought you guys did. I thought you guys hated us. I mean, quite rightly too. It's, it's been a long and complicated history between us, but can't we all get along? Can't we just be friends? You know, if one day we're to rise up and wipe out all the Xenos and the witches and the heretics all across the galaxy and unify under the Emperor of mankind, then we need to come together as one species, one race, one humankind to do so. It's us versus all the spiky ears, basically. It's us versus all the greenskins. And we are one under the Emperor of mankind. And I for one look forward to our look forward to taking over the galaxy and wearing power armor and firing mini grenade launchers out of a bolt gun and watching things explode. It'll be fun. So it's 96 Fahrenheit and it's 73% humidity. I've mostly been drinking ice cold water and Powerade. That's Craven in America. Apparently 96 Fahrenheit, for all those who want to know real numbers, is 36 centigrade. Ireland is awesome, well worth a visit. Scotland, you need to go to Dufftown to visit the Glenfiddich distillery. Yeah, I want to go to both. I will get there in the end. I'll go to one, I'll go to the other. Buckfast is the original caffeinated alcohol, I think. Okay. But Sultan didn't ticket me. No. I'm not the God Emperor. No. And a lot of us against yes. Oh dear. Right, where are we? I'm going to ask, it's been an hour, but I'm going to ask another question. This is quite fun. Let's ask another question. Are you strapped in? Where did that thing go? Where did I throw it? Let's ask another question. Let's get a hobby-related question. I think we've all agreed that iced tea is the best summer drink. That we didn't agree on what was the best meat. And we had some good suggestions about the best miniature. But now, I've got some water, look. Some fresh water. We're going big. We're going to ask a hobby-related question. It's not exactly what the God Emperor would say. We're going to ask a hobby-related question. Are we strapped in? Have you got a refreshment? Maybe a chocolate bourbon, some Jaffa cakes, something like that. Keep you going. Tap water or bottled? From the tap, mate. From the tap. It's Thames Water. They're only £15 billion in debt for selling a product that everyone needs on an island that everyone's surrounded by with a thing that covers 70% of the Earth's surface. It's hard to do that, apparently, and they're 15 billion quid in debt. It's I mean, what kind of idiot do you have? Anyway. Hobby question, here we go. What is the best hobby tool? Not a paintbrush. And by tool, I mean paint. So it could be your best paint. It could be an oil. It could be a shade. It could be a kind of knife. It could be one of these things. What is the best, most essential hobby? What can you not live without, people? Teeth, imagination, cocktail sticks. Myself, I'm a hobby tool, Dremel. I'll give you mine, okay? I'll give you my hobby tool. Unironically, the mold line remover, I love that thing. The mold line remover is pretty good, man. Yeah. Cup of tea, keeps my sanity. My glasses as I'm old. I know, man. Simply Warhammer got me onto glasses. For close-up stuff these days, like $1.99 from Asda, it does all the difference. I couldn't live. Actually, I was gonna say my best hobby tool was Nuln Oil. I couldn't live without Nuln Oil, and a British person just put Nuln Oil in there. You know, high five. You know what I'm talking about. Nuln Oil is just skill juice. That's what I was gonna say. But when you mentioned glasses, you get to a certain age, and they're a pretty essential hobby tool. Airbrush was life-changing. You're an airbrusher, Craven. You've got all the tools. You've got shotguns, you've got cookies, you've got freedom, and you've got an airbrush as well. Scalpel, razor, blue tack. Blue tack comes in surprisingly useful. Hobby and good set of clippers, a good knife. Agrax takes me from crayon drawing to felt tip level. Yeah, no, Marius, you can't change your answer to Nuln Oil. You've already said mold line remover. You can't suddenly come in and give another answer, which is Nuln Oil. But Nuln Oil, skill juice in a bottle. Is there any better hobby tool than Nuln Oil? I don't know. Is there? Is there any better? PVA sand and paper. PVA sand and paper is nice, but one of the things... See, I'm a massive convert now to resin bases. If you put miniatures on good resin bases with even a semi-good paint job on the resin base, it can really make your miniatures pop. I'm a massive convert. Only a couple of years ago converted to the resin bases. So I've gone away from the sand and the PVA. I've gone away from the sterling mud bases. I've gone away from all those things. And I'm now a resin-based guy. Because the difference, it makes miniatures pop, man. YouTube, glue. Damn it. YouTube is a good hobby tool. James March is in the chat. Exactly. I've gone on to resin bases since I met James March from marchofwar.co.uk. The difference between a solid resin base and a plain resin base. Show the legs again. That's my spares pot, James. I need some more. The difference a miniature makes on a resin base and non-resin. And the reason why I'm a convert is because of going to events where the Winters SEO community was there, such as March of Winters or King in the North or Weekend at Bernie's or some of the ones I did back in the DZTV days. And resin bases weren't a thing when I started the hobby. They've only sort of started becoming a thing in the last decade or so. But yeah, when I was looking at some of these armies, like, these are so good. So good. How did you do the base? Oh, it's resin. So yeah, I'm a massive convert, if you can, on putting even, like, all my Necrons are speed painted. There's a video on how I speed painted them, but you stick them on those gorgeous resin bases and it just makes them pop. So resin bases might be my number one hobby tool that I can't live without now. But it's not. It's Nuln Oil. Winter's legs twice in one stream. I promise I won't do it a third term. Not unless you pay me. The difference is about £20, to be fair. What are we talking about? What? Winter's channel to listen to. Thank you. Best tool is having a buddy who's better baser than you. Get resin bases instead. Honestly. Knee pads. Hat trick on legs. No hat trick on legs. It's warm in here. It's warm in here. Do you pin resin bases? I don't know. I just glue them. What I do is I'll paint them on those bases, on the normal bases. Here are many leftover normal bases that have been sprayed and painted on. And then I'll, I think it's on the Necrons, how to paint the Necrons video is the best. Because I did the how to paint the Raven Guard. And I mention the bases on there, and I show 1, 2, 3, but I don't actually paint them. But on the how I painted my Necrons video, which is in the tutorial section on YouTube, you better find it. I actually go through painting one of the resin bases with the base color, dry brush, and a bit of flock, job done. And I paint them on the normal bases and snap them off and stick them on a resin base that I've pre-painted and just stick it on with glue. And 9 times out of 10 when you drop them, it's good. Sometimes not so good. But even on a normal base, if you drop them, 9 times out of 10, good. 1 to 10, not. However, when I say did I pin them, I did pin the Sky Hunters. I did pin the Javelins. I did pin the skimmery things. I did put a bit of pinning in place for them. And then on those resin bases, James from marchofwar.co.uk also sells these things. Look, little stands and things. So I glued them on the resin base and then pinned that to the thing on the thing. £5 to see the legs. Well, you want it, baby. You got it. 3rd time's the charm. Look how dry my knee is. Look at that. What's going on there? That's horrible, that is. But yeah, the scar, look, the dog scar. There's the scar. There's one leg. Here's his socks, small socks. If I put on the long ankle socks when I've got shorts on, like long ones, I have to, she gets upset. I can't wear shorts with the long sock. If I put the wrong sock, I mean, it's socks. I'm staying in the house. I'm not going outside. Who cares if I've got the long ones on or the short ankle socks on? Who cares? She cares, apparently. You can't wear the things. But yeah, anyway, Sid, thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. Thank you. I hope you got enough leg. Too much time on your knees. It probably will be demonetized. I know. Yeah, it was. Guys, just try and grab yourself a warm drink, okay? Let's calm down. I know that was a bit too much sexy for a Warhammer 40k live stream. I'm bringing sexy back. Justin Timberlake, he never brought it back. He brought it halfway. I'm bringing it back. Yeah, Mark, go and take that cold shower. Real cold. Where is the Loft Fun tracking graphic? Yeah, Amon, thanks for asking. I don't know how to do the graphics. The Loft Fun tracking graphic is miles off. You're talking about tens of thousands of pounds. Tens of thousands. I need many more members. Many more things. I still need to talk to the guy. I mean, you get it right at word go here. I still need to talk to a guy to get him round. I've got a phone number now to go up there to give me a price on what I'm looking for. I'll do that at some point. Yeah, actually, she was asking about that yesterday as well. So I do need to get a hold of a guy. I've got the guy. Come round, have a look. No. But yeah, hopefully we'll better hit that dream one day of a hobby sex dungeon. Minus the sex, just hobby dungeon. It'll be gorgeous. And thank you everyone for your support and the subscriptions and the members and all the things to help bring this old man's dream to life. I appreciate you. Timberlake got arrested for drunk. Amon gifted 50 members. Wow. GG's in the chat. You're a hero. You're obviously a very rich hero. Last time you gifted a lot of money as well. I very much appreciate you, sir. It's very kind of you. It's amazingly kind of you. I really appreciate you. Stop doing this. One person cannot fund the hobby dungeon. More people need to fund the hobby dungeon. And even if you're incredibly rich, this is too generous of you. I mean, I'm a kerfuffled now. I appreciate you. I thank you. Thank you. GG's. GG's. Because it's Wednesdays with Windows are the best. It's a Tuesday, actually, Eamon. Thanks. but I appreciate you. Lots of people would have been gifted a tier 2 membership from Eamon there. Eamon, which gets you access to the Discord. So jump in the Discord, chat to other members of the 13th Fleet, and you know, they're nice in there. The water's warm. Share your photos and enjoy your tier 2 membership. If you want to upgrade it for £1 more, then you can to tier 3 membership, and that'll get you an extra battle report to every winter's Wednesday, and it'll unlock all the membership videos that are in the membership side, including a chunk of Horus Heresies and campaigns and things. I appreciate you. So yeah. Eamon's back. Yeah, he's back. He's done his thing again, Jink. He cannot be stopped, this man. I hope he's a lawyer or a spinal surgeon or a Hollywood actor or something, because that's a lot of money to splurge away. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. He could be an oil baron as well. I mean, he's an American and they love their oil. I wanted everyone to get access to the Wednesday battle reports. I take it back now. I'm sorry. Look, Eamon. I have tried to... The membership thing, YouTube sets it. I've tried to set it at the tier higher on the computer so that when gifted memberships go out, it sets at tier 3. And I can't find how to do it. I got the tech priest downstairs, she who must be obeyed, to try and do it. She couldn't do it. And then because I've got like 100,000 subscribers, I have got a YouTube contact, and I emailed them to ask them to set it, and they couldn't do it either. It's set at $4.99, which is the tier 2 thing. If I only had one membership level, then it would go to the membership level. Blood Buffalo, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. But because there's a couple, then it comes in at the $4.99 thing. But apparently YouTube Live, all this that we're doing right now, is still in beta test. It's been years, but it's still in beta test. I'm told when it comes out of beta test, sometime in the 31st century, then I'll be able to set the membership levels. So, Blood Buffalo, thank you for the donation. GG for donating to Winters and I's future dungeon. Very kind. I'll talk to him about inviting you as well. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's actually Henry, isn't it? Wouldn't it be mad? Wouldn't it be mad? Yeah. You know what? That would give the channel some eyes, wouldn't it? Henry Cavill coming around on a battle report. That would be awesome. So if any of you out there know him, and if he wants a game, get him round. I'll get him on the battle reports. That'll get a few viewers in. So strangely enough, my wife has given me permission to film with Henry Cavill whenever if he ever calls, she said, like, he can come over whenever. She'll be fine with that. Yes. For some reason. Not sure he actually plays, though. Does he actually play? He has said he spends a long time painting. I'm not sure he actually plays. He's a busy man. YouTube streaming will be out of beta testing after Gulliman gets up in M42. Yes. Do you think he'll bring Arnold Palmer's? Seems to be a common request. Yeah, I know. He hasn't played 10th. Apparently Cavell hasn't played 10th. Yeah, I think he's more of a hobbyist and a reader than he is of a player. It's the inverted hobby pyramid, right? Most people there's the people who are interested in 40k, then the people who do the lore and the books, and then the people who do the hobbying, lore and the books and the painting, then the people who actually do mad collecting and the hobby, lore, books, painting, and then the people who actually play. It's the pyramid goes down, the people who play at the bottom, and then the people who play regularly and routinely, they're the whales right at the very tip of the spear. And they're the ones who are buying all the things all the time. And they're the ones who are also writing the rules and changing all the rules and doing all the upgrades and doing all the things and making much more complicated for all the filthy casuals. I'd love to teach Henry. But Yeah, you know, maybe one day. He's getting busy, ready for the 40k show with it. Yeah, there's a few things in the background with the 40k thing. But yeah, if everyone could just upgrade their tier 2 membership for $1 more, because Winter's Wednesday's bat reports are the best. Eamon, thank you very much for your super donation. I'll check again to see the thing, because it's been a few months. They're always changing the features on the computer when it comes to the YouTube's things, and I'll check again to see if I can change the tier thing. And if I can't, I'll email my contact again and see if they can. But yeah, this is YouTube's. I had a dream I was going to play Henry, but my wife ended up stealing all his time. I could tell he wanted to play 40k with me, but he was too kind to stop talking to the missus. Nice. Nice. I'm a bit blown away, actually. Ah, dear. Guys, chat, we're asking chat this evening. We're asking chat some questions. We asked what was your best hobby tool, and Null Oil and reading glasses came up. But let's hone that down. Let's get more specific now. What is the best paint? Best paint. Best hobby paint. Everyone's got a favorite paint. Everyone's got a favorite paint. I'll tell you mine one. Dawnstone Grey. I couldn't live without it. Dawnstone Grey, it goes on smooth. It goes on like Nutella on toast. It's a beautiful paint, Dawnstone Grey. You can put it on anything. Airbrush is not an answer. Agrax Earthshade. Flesh Terrors Red. Dawnstone all day. Flesh Terrors, I prefer Corn Red. Corn Red is better than Flesh Terrors Red. Fight me. It's a better base color. You can build up some... what's the other one? Evil Suns. Build up onto that. That's a good base color which you can build on. Corn Red is the better red. Much better red. Vallejo Pale Sand. Corn Red is good. Monument Hobbies. Bold Titanium White. White? A white is the best. Whites are a hard color, man. Corn isn't contrast paint though. Flesh Terrors is amazing. So is Flesh Terrors contrast? Is it? Incubi Darkness. Black Sharpie. Sharpies are useful for armor panels on chaos things and knights. And there's a whole tutorials on YouTube on using Sharpies on chaos miniatures. On all the have a look at one of them if you're a chaos player. If you've got any Thousand Suns or knights or things, go Sharpie for. There's some good ones. Flesh Terrors Red. My Blood Angels look great with it. Corn Red's the better red. Black Legion Contrast. It's so good. Calgar Blue is good. I've got Calgar Blue as a good one. Corn Red is a really good one. Dawnstone Grey is a really good one. Dawnstone Grey is the best, man. Castellane Green is the best, but Dawnstone Grey, you can put it on anything. It's good for a good white base color. It's good to dry brush on top of everything. It's just Dawnstone. Hello to Lithium. Eamon gave you the gifted sub. He's a legend. He's an absolute. He came in. Lead Belcher. Sid. You were dropping some facts earlier on, and you've just dropped another one there. Lead Belcher. That's a nice paint. That goes on smoothly as well. Dries up very quickly. Where's the... Yeah, I've got some spare Lead Belcher over there as well. Lead Belcher is definitely a very nice paint. Yeah, Amon. He dropped bombs. I don't know what he's doing, but he's a lovely guy. All the guard players look like they've never seen a bright orange tag. Iron Hand Steel is the goat tag. Is Iron Hand Steel or Lead Belcher? Which is better? I think Lead Belcher. Iron Hand Steel is good, but Lead Belcher's so smooth, buttery. It's emotionally clear. When I paint with Lead Belcher, I feel emotionally lifted. I feel freer. I feel like I'm floating on a cloud of lead, which is weird because lead doesn't float. but it's belching. And lead belcher makes me think of farting. Lead. I just farted, by the way. Did you hear that? That's how much lead belcher is belching. It's just so good. Vallejo black metal. Bold titanium white is a game changer for doing white. I love the Granite silver. Army Painter has some great gold. Gold is a tough one because gold you don't really paint gold. Gold you start off with gold and then you highlight up and then you put the wash on it and then you highlight back up again. You don't just paint gold. But lead belcher, you can just slap that bad boy on a small turtle and it'll stick. And then you'll have a shiny small turtle. And you don't need to add anything else to it. It's just lead belcher turtle. Yeah. And then use it like a frisbee. Don't use turtles like frisbees. Unless you paint them in lead belcher first. Scale 75 black gold. Grey sear spray is nice. Grey sear spray is nice. Lead belcher. Now you're talking about sprays. Lead belcher is so good. It comes in a can. That's how good it is. It's like cheese is so good it comes in a can. Good things come in cans, like beer. If something's horrible, it probably doesn't come in a can. If something's really good, it'll come in loads of different things and a can. Right? A can is the sign of if something needs to be protected. Like you'll keep just a Snickers in a packet. But if something's good, like Spam or beer, something worth keeping, you stick it in a can, like lead belcher. Guilliman Flesh for faces. One coat and you're a pro. Hot take, Iron Warriors is better metal than lead belcher. GW metallics are the best metallic sprays. I've got a few over there. Chaos Black is really good. McCrag Blue is really good spray. The red is a really good spray as well. I forget what that is. It's Corn Red, the red spray. No, that's Mephiston Red. Mephiston Red is also really good. Up there with Corn Red. Not that horrible other red that someone mentioned, which was a red that no one's ever heard of before and no one ever uses. Mechanica Standard Grey breaks the can rule. It's the wrong colour to the pot. Does it? Pilchards come in a can. They're not good. Okay, you're right. Pilchards are disgusting. I don't know even why they exist. I think it's because of old people. They like pilchards. And it's probably the only thing they can still taste when you get to a certain age. You know, your taste buds are dead. That's why their teas are really hot and they eat pilchards. And they smell of cigarettes. Arnold Palmer comes in a tall can. Can we stop talking about Arnold Palmer I don't know this chap and you can't meet him over here. Spam comes in a can. Okay, the can idea wasn't the best idea that I had. Spam does come in a can. And not all the best. Okay, not all the best things come in cans, but most of the best things come in cans. Like killer cans, grots come in cans, and killer cans are cool. Some good things come in cans. Iron Brew comes in a can or a bottle. Or a plastic bottle. But it can come in a can. Landmines, they're cool. They come in cans. Is a tank a can? A tank is kind of a can. A tank. Tanks are cool. Bazookas, they're cool. They're like a can with a rocket. They're cool. Exterminatus, cool. That Exterminatus comes in a can. A big spaceship is like a can. I'm stretching the definition of can here. But you know what I mean? An exterminatusing a planet. It's the only way to be sure. That's cool. Better in a glass bottle. Beans come in cans. Worms come in cans. Can this can rule? I don't think the can rules. I don't think it can. Whoop-ass comes in cans. A whole can of whoop-ass. A positive attitude comes in cans. Jink, I love you. That's really nice. Thank you. Thank you for raising the IQ a little bit. Even dancing comes in a can. Ironically, the can doesn't come in a can. It doesn't, does it? Yeah. Did Slanesh come in a can? Can you can a can man? Can you can a can man? I don't know what a can man is. Is it like someone from Thailand or something like? Was that Cancun? And can you can? Do you mean can you cane a can man? Maybe. You probably shouldn't cane anywhere. William Willis, thank you for your 17 months. I appreciate you. Cheesy peas comes in a can or in a tube. Squeezy cheesy peas. Thank you for your contribution to tonight's chat. Cheesy peas are nice, by the way. You can't crap on cheesy peas. It is getting weird. I know it's getting weird, but cheesy peas are quite nice. I quite like them. Okay, there's like some crappy foods out there that I'm quite fond of, like Heinz ravioli in a can. Top tier food. It's lovely. And I'll have a sweet and sour pot noodle any day of the week. It's the breakfast of champions. I'll eat some shitty food, but sweet and sour pot noodle, lovely breakfast. Definitely. Yes, you can. Exactly. And so cheesy peas. Yeah, it's great. You know, Greg's sausage roll. There are some base tier nourishment items out there which are just top tier, aren't they? Can a nan, can a flan. Can a nan, can a flan. If you gave a nan a can and a flan, a can, she can. SpaghettiOs. Yeah, man. Full English breakfast in a can is grim. I had that once. I know. Yeah, it's not a Heinz thing, is it? But it's like old SAG thing, and it full English breakfast in a can, and it's no. That is S tier. We do not recommend that. But no, the basic stuff like Heinz tomato soup is like, it's just, what's wrong with that? It's classic. It is classic. On the food topic, currently toasting some waffles. Are you from Holland? Certain croissants come in cans. Lynx Africa. Dude. See? Lynx Africa. The Wargamers can of choice. Shower in a can. Classic can options there for cans. Yes. All good things come in a can. Except for the bad things. It's been good. It's been good. I'm getting hot. I'm running out of water. I've got to do the thing. I've heard Americans have whole chickens in a can. Americans put anything in a can. They put food in a bucket as well. Americans can do whatever they like because they have freedom. And if they want to put chickens in a can or chickens in a bucket, they will. And there's nothing you can do to stop them because they have all the guns. Lynx Africa doesn't quite cover the gamer musk. It doesn't, but it's... I'd rather walk into a gamer hall that stinks of Lynx Africa than a gamer hall that stinks of gamers. Yeah. It's a classic smell. You know, like, there's not a lot you can do. Like, if you've got a gamer buddy or a male friend and you want to give them a Christmas present, you can't go much wrong than getting one of those Christmas packs, Lynx Africa things with like the mug in it and a chocolate bar or whatever that you get in Tesco's things. Give them to your gamer buddy. They go a long way, those do. Seriously though, Flesh Terrors Red. No, not Flesh Terrors Red. We've decided it's Mephiston Red and Corn Red are the best reds. Flesh Terrors Red is not a red. Well, it is a red, but it's not as good. It's good. It's good. I don't want to diminish what you're saying there, but it's not as good as Corn Red or Mephiston Red. Corn Red's better. Mephiston Red's really good. Flesh Terrors Red. I don't want to diminish what you're saying there, but you're 100% wrong. Go and sit in the corner. Apparently can is an Americanism. Us Brits would have said tins. Is it? You learn something new every day. Never heard of chicken in a can. And I've been American for almost 130 years. Asda sold Link's box set with a pack of beers as a Christmas present last year. They know their market. There you go. You see? If any of you out there at Christmas got your Africa Lynx can with some beers in a box set and someone gave it to you, you'd be like, yeah, fair enough. I'm using all of that. I'm using all of the things in that. I'm using the Africa. I'm drinking the beer. Yeah. Keep it classy, you know. Just got to keep it classy. Lynx Africa. Anyway, yeah, it's been a good one. It's been a lively one this evening. I appreciate you all stopping by. You're compromised. Blood for the Blood God is the best red. Marius, I told you to stand in the corner. It's corn. It's corn. We've decided. I've decided. And I'm steering the fleet right now. And in a minute, I won't be steering the fleet because I'm turning this shit off. So it's been emotional. Thank you so much for dropping by this evening. Thank you, Eamon, again, for your massive donations. I'll talk to the guy at some point and get I have a dream. It's a dream at the moment. It's a dream. It's a dream. If I had the money now, I'd do it now. This is simple, isn't it? If I had the money now, I'd do it now. But we're quite a long, long way away. And I thought it was important to share my dreams. So don't anyone get excited yet. But hopefully the channel continues to grow. Hopefully Space Marine 2 bumps up the numbers. And hopefully some of you out there tell your other halves and your other gamer friends to get a Winter's SEO membership and help out. And then, we'll get there. It'd be gorgeous. It'd be nice. And thank you to everyone who supports me, who subscribes, who watches, who is already a member, tier 1, tier 2, whatever you are, Mug Club member, whatever you are. I really appreciate it. I can't believe the dream is still happening. This dream, which is doing this full time, it's lovely. It's still going somehow. Here we are. And I'm looking forward to sharing and continuing to share my hobby journey with you, the battle reports I do, the games that I play, some tutorials and things that I learn, reviews that I do and thoughts and things that I have, and all on the channel. Been sharing it in August this year, it'll be 10 years. We're in our 10th year now. It started in 2014 and we're in 2024. It's amazing that we're here. So it's like Roland and Keaton said, life is a roller coaster, just got to ride it. And it's been an emotional roller coaster, and sometimes there's been screams and sometimes there's been vomiting, and but most of the time it's been fun and laughter and upside downness and high blood pressure. It's been great, and I really enjoyed the journey. It's I wouldn't change it for the world. It's just I just get to do hobby more often with you guys. It's epic. Thank you. So the dream is not a Craft World Eldar either. Army Rising Crescendo. Go back and watch the thing. You hope the dream is kidnapping Monkey for extra Space Wolf battle reports. So do I. I could kidnap a few of them, to be fair, but they're fast. They're nippy. Monkey is a lot more agile than me. He plays football and everything, and I barely leave the house. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that live stream. Thanks for your support. Love you guys. Happy wargaming.